All right. These are the top 10 ways Trump is trying to fuck with our midterm elections. Number one, putting that narrative out there on Thursday night that somehow there's going to be fraud in the elections. Some speech that was littered with nothing but lies, not to mention the fact that he was the person in charge of the federal government when that election took place. And all of his heads of department said that there was no fraud in the election. That's number one. Number two, the executive order on mail-in voting. Last I checked, he was human like the rest of us. He eats, sleeps, and shits like the rest of us, which means that if he can mail in vote, why the fuck we can't, right? Fortunately, that has been stopped. Number three, threatening election officials with prosecution. So the DOJ sent out letters to all 50 states to tell them that if they don't comply with the DOJ's initiative to basically get your voters information, that they're not going to give you grants and that they're going to prosecute you should a person vote that's not supposed to. Mind you, their entire job is to make sure that only citizens vote, that we have safe elections, and that everything goes off without a hitch, right? That's their entire job. And the federal government doesn't have anything to do with the elections. It's run by the states. Okay, number four, federal raids and seizures of election materials. Notice all the states that he went to seize materials. Fulton County, Georgia, probes in Milwaukee, Arizona. The DOJ is demanding Detroit area ballots, and the voting machines were taken in Puerto Rico. Now, if you think that's a coincidence, that's because you're not thinking. I personally think that the reason he is going after all of those cities is because those voters, the majority of those voters in those locations were people of color. And what he's really saying is he doesn't think we should have the opportunity to vote, whether we're citizens or not. So this is another reason why we have to show up and show out as a loud fuck you. Okay. Number five, firing bipartisan election commission. They were Republican and Democrats. What they do is it's an agency that certifies voting equipment. They maintain the voter registration form and they distribute election grants to the states. How dare you get up there and say that the elections are going to be so much fraud and then fire a bunch of people who try to keep us from anything being wrong with our election? Number six, gutting election security. Remember CISA from back in the day? It used to be run by Chris Krebs, and he testified to Congress that it was the safest election that he had known. That was $700 million that he cut from the budget. Yeah. Number seven, floating a force at the polls. We have never needed any type of force at the damn polls, ever. So why now? They ain't got something else better to do? Not to mention it's fucking illegal. Number eight, rewarding election deniers and punishing opponents. We all know about the January 6th pardons and appointments for some of the election deniers, investigations and targeting Democratic officials, voting rights groups, and nonpartisan administrators. Number nine, sicking the DOJ on Act Blue, the one apparatus used to donate money to the candidates of our choice, Democratic candidates of our choice. And number 10, the mid-decade redistricting. Those are the top 10 things Trump is doing to try to fuck with our midterm elections. The only thing we can do is to show up and show out and make sure it's too big to fail.